The NTA 2025 was designed to optimize the tax ecosystem, and one of the sectors that experienced an update is the solid minerals sector. These changes led to the organization of the Joint Stakeholder Sensitization event by the Nigerian Revenue Service and the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. This event was themed From Resources to Revenue, aligning solid minerals operations with the 2025 Tax Reform Act, and it was held in the Congress Hall of the Transcorp Hilton Abuja for the North Central region of the country. The Honorable Minister, Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Henry Dele Alake, the keynote speaker of the event, said that these reforms are critical to the growth of not only the sector but the nation at large. He noted that the reforms of the NTA 2025 have already started facilitating change in the mining sector, as there has been an increase in the building and development of mineral factories in the country.
Today, I'm proud to tell you, factories are now springing up across the broad spectrum of the solid mineral space. In lithium, we have lithium factories. We have a $600 million lithium factory even waiting for us to commission it in Nasarawa. We have another $200 million lithium factory on the outskirts of Abuja here, completed too, waiting for commissioning. We have gold refineries springing up. A couple of months ago, early in January, I was in Riyadh. I announced this gold refinery in Lagos. And I did say that there are others, because this environment that we are creating, this conducive environment, is not limited to one sector of the country. No. It encompasses the entire nation. Today, I can tell you, another gold refinery is ready, up and running in Abuja here. And 2 more are still in the offing, being built. As we speak, we're in the process of also enabling another private sector to bring a refinery. Smelting of the tin in jobs is ongoing. Without us creating the enabling environment through the incentives and the policies and reforms that we put in place, this would not be possible.
The Executive Chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service, Dr. Zaka Dedeji, ably represented by Mohammed Lawal, Executive Director, Finance and Corporate Services, clearly stated that their commitment to ensuring this collaboration works seamlessly. He assured miners that this new development was not a means of double taxation, but rather a path to smoother service and accountability.
The reforms are designed not merely to increase revenue, but to establish fairness, efficiency, and sustainability across the value chain. For us at the Nigerian Revenue Service, this engagement is not about enforcement alone. It is about partnership, education, and shared prosperity. We recognize that effective compliance grows from clarity, trust, and continuous engagement with stakeholders. This is why today's sensitization is critical. The NRS remains committed to working closely with the Ministry of Solid Mineral Development and all relevant agencies to ensure that operators clearly understand their obligations under the new regime, while also benefiting from a more streamlined and technology-driven administrative process.
The event was organized to accommodate 4 paper presentations that addressed the preeminent needs and concerns of the stakeholders surrounding the NRS mandate, the minister's role, filing processes, and obligations of all stakeholders.
It is not only in the NTA, there are several other laws that when read in unison will point to the fact that solid mineral royalties has now transitioned to the NRS. The reason for me is simple. It's to make it visible. And anything that is visible becomes easier to centralize. There will be more transparency, accuracy, and accountability in the sector.
Regulations are different. For the Ministry of Solid Minerals is more on the technical regulations, environmental impact assessments and the technical aspect. Well, for the NRS is the fiscal aspect, where they have to just check and confirm if all taxes are duly paid, all royalties are duly remitted to the government.
There was also a panel discussion made up of the paper presenters amongst other professionals. They answered practical questions of the audience, simplifying grey areas and clarifying misconceptions. The participants appreciated the move of the organizers, commending them for investing in the sensitization of stakeholders in the mining sector.
It's a laudable innovation, I must say, by the NRS and the Ministry of Solid Minerals by streamlining their engagement to partner, agency to agency, ministry to ministry. So by so doing, the NRS has been able to successfully align themselves with the Ministry of Solid Minerals.
The clarity, I can maybe try to rate it. It's just the starting point. So I'll definitely not rate it 90% clarity. We have, let's say, 40-50% clarity now. It's a good one. It's good we have the clarity, yes. It has started and it's good. And we actually encourage and advise that more of this should continue, maybe monthly or bi-monthly, at least not only in Abuja, in the whole of Nigeria, starting from the geopolitical zones. It makes it easier for more understanding of the system.
Today's sensitization has been something we've all been looking forward to, especially for clarity. Ever since the coming on board of the new tax reforms, at the onset there were a lot of confusions, a lot of issues that taxpayers were battling with. One of them involved who to pay royalties to. And this sensitization has actually lighting up the burden, has made it clear. There's a lot of clarity in that regards, that now the taxpayers now know who to pay royalty to, who is responsible for the assessment, for the collection, and for the audit of royalty payment. And that clarity is something that as a taxpayer we value so much.
Nations are not transformed by the resources they possess, but by the systems they build around these resources. This was the foundation for the organization of the Joint Stakeholder Sensitization, organized by the Nigerian Revenue Service and the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. This event, as we have seen, has sensitized its stakeholders on the newly designed revenue collection system coined by the NTA 2025. Like the Minister of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development said, in the nearest future, based on consistent application of this revenue collection system, Nigeria's economic state will be transformed by solid mineral resources. This is Hallel for Tax TV.